Okay, I'm back. I read that already. So now it's gonna be hopefully a normal recording. What's with this reaction? Yeah. Sorry to let you down. Jeez. I'm gonna die, but no, sorry, I don't have penis problems. I forgive you. I collect people, and a person with, that kind of problem would have been really great. She would have enjoyed it if I had a messed up penis. Collect people? Oh, I didn't even notice that part. I was focusing on people with different problems. That seems kinda... So you just go around asking people what's wrong with them? Pretty much. I see. Ellipses points. Told you she's hiding. She's over here getting plywood. With little left to say, Ren resumes her lunch and the conversation dies away, but I keep thinking about what was said. It's the first time I told anyone else about my condition. All the other people have either known about it already or heard about it from someone else. Or didn't need to know about it, like every other student here so far. Well, I guess she didn't really either. Should I have told it as a natural part of introductions? I'm yawning again. Is it expected of me? Hi, I'm Masao. I have a very serious heart condition. What are you doing for dinner? Is that how I'm supposed to go introducing myself from now on? As if our disabilities would define us. What a disgusting thought. Or maybe this Suzuka girl just has an unnatural interest in such things. Oh, she's back. As I walk to the back of the room to pick up the item on Misha's list, a chance opens up to study Rin from the corner of my eye. She's eating her lunch. She wishes you weren't there, because you don't have a messed up penis. Her hair is a burnt auburn, almost orange, and cropped short. Long hair would probably be impossible with no arms. The boy's uniform and the lack of arms makes her look very thin, almost scrawny. She's not particularly pretty, except for her murky green eyes, which flicker restlessly below her short bangs, even when she eats. The distance in the shadows makes it seem like they don't reflect sunlight at all, but instead absorb all of it within them like deep wells. She moves her feet almost deftly as a normal person would use their arms. However, I can see how this sight could discomfort people, especially while eating. It makes me feel a bit uncomfortable, at least. I hesitate to think about the word unnatural, but it's too late now, isn't it? I keep searching the cabins and shelves for Misha's things, but after enough time passes, the silence grows too uncomfortable, so I try to force some conversation out of the strange girl. So, do you always eat alone and this late, or do you get the occasional visitor? Oh, she's great. Why did you start this? Visitors. Maybe you are my first occasional visitor, but I don't always eat alone either. Sometimes I eat with a certain person on the roof, if she's not horsing around. Horsing? Well, yeah, horsing. She likes to do sports. And that's all I can think of to say. Both of us fall silent again as Ren forks the last bits of her meal into her mouth. I look down at my haul and double check it with Misha's list. It seems I have everything except plywood. So I think I have all the things now. I'm just gonna leave and never talk to you again. That's very nice for you. Don't feel obliged to stay. I was about to take a nap anyways. You need to do whatever you're going to do with that stuff anyway, right? Or perhaps you like to watch girls sleeping, but she looks shocked, so maybe I should make that one a bit less monotone. Or perhaps you like to watch girls sleeping? I'm not sure what to make of this, but Rin looks serious. Even if I did, I think I have to be going. I'll catch you around, Tezuka. You can call me Rin. I feel that our relationship is at this point good enough to warrant this much. I was already turning to make my exit, but she draws me back in. Fine, then I'm Masao. Then you are. Shizune's back, ellipses points. Rin looks at me hard in the eyes with that intimidating feeling you get when someone stares at you isn't there. It's like she's actually not looking at me at all. She blinks a couple times and I can't figure out why a pause like this just popped up between us out of nowhere. See you later, Hisao. There's something like a tiny smile there in her face, maybe. I quietly back into the room. As I shut the door in front of my face, I whisper to myself. What an intriguing person. From inside I hear a muffled sing-song voice. Okay, how sing-song can I possibly get? I heard that... Oh, jeez. Shoot.
What did you hear?
I jump at the sudden appearance of Misha, who I had not heard approaching despite the completely empty hallway. Somehow she got into jumping distance in front of me, Bleh. Somehow she got to jumping distance of me without making a sound. Creepy. It briefly reminds me of Kenji's nutty theory about global feminist conspiracy, but I pushed that thought aside. No, don't, no. Oh, I told you, there she is. She was there the whole time. Shizune, standing slightly behind Misha, looks aloof as if she couldn't have heard the remark that drew Misha's attention, but Misha is visibly excited.
No, wait! More importantly, who's in there? There's no club meetings today!
I keep losing Misha's voice. I can't remember that one. She tries to curiously peek past me, even though the door prevents her from seeing anyways. What are you doing here?
You took so long that we had to come check what's wrong! That's no good, Hichan!
Yeah, so shouldn't be on student council. She wags her finger at me scoldingly. You know, I don't want to join student council anymore in this game for the purpose of I don't want to have to put up with her voice. She wags her finger at me scoldingly. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I'm yawning. Well,
I found plywood, but everything else is still missing because you're tardy.
Yeah, sorry, got the things here. I was just gonna bring them.
I think you're up to some mischief, Hichan. Who is in there with you? I wonder.
Misha quickly signs something to Shizune, pointing at her own ear a couple times. Shizune immediately pushes her way past me and opens the door into the classroom I just left. Well, you were in there the whole time. You should know this. I can only imagine the shock she is experiencing. With Shizune's diligence and attitude, the insolence of daring to deface school property by sleeping on top of it must be too much to bear. And indeed, she stares at Rin, frozen in place apart from the slight but noticeable trembling of her shoulders, from suppressed rage, I'm sure. Instead of blowing up, Shizune just takes a few deep breaths, adjusts her glasses, and slams the door shut, turning to sign furiously at Misha. Oh gosh, she's angry. Maybe she did blow up, but I can't understand it. She shoots a very loaded stare at me too, as if it was somehow my fault that Rin is sleeping on one of the tables. I hope she's not getting funny ideas about the reason of my tardiness. I was totally having sex with my disabled penis and this girl with no arms. Hello? Oh god. Rin's voice comes from the other side of the door, and it takes a few eye blinks to realize she might have trouble opening it. I open the door to find Rin directly behind it, looking at us with a half-interested, half-sleepy face. There's like a smudge on my computer, and the way that it was right beside her mouth just made it look like she was drooling, and I'm just gonna scrape that away. Hello. Ellipsis points!
Miss Tezuka, what do you think you were doing? You are absolutely not permitted to use school property for such a disgraceful activity.
I love how she has trouble with I want to know what's wrong with her. Is there something, does she have a disability? I'm really curious. It sure is suddenly very crowded in here. I didn't know I was this popular. It's hard to say whether she's happy or unhappy about this turn of events. At this rate, she ignores Shizune / Misha scolding, so they have no choice but to drop the issue. Shizune taps Misha on the shoulder, points her in, and makes some quick signs. Ellipsis points.
Popularity aside, please don't do that anymore.
Ellipsis points.
Anyway, how's your project going? We'll be done for the festival?
Rin looks at them blankly, apparently at ease under the pressure Shizune's cold stare is putting on her. I keep wondering about that myself, too. Ellipsis points.
And?
Oh, it's nothing think about it harder. As Misha signs her reply to Shizune, her face turns to an unsatisfied frown. Ellipsis points!
Miss Tezuka, please try to take this seriously. It'll be a disaster if the wall looks like someone threw up their lunch onto it.
Rin nods assertively. I'm starting to get that throat ache. We'll think more seriously. I'm gonna go paint. And I'm gonna think. Misha actually giggles at that, but Shizune doesn't, not even after translation. She just shakes her head, takes the materials from me, and takes off with Misha in tow. Rin frowns thoughtfully as she looks after the retreating student council duo. How rude. It's true enough, though. I must finish my project before the weekend. There will be dire consequences if I don't. They'll take off my arms even further. The end of the world as we know it. Like weekends are, but more dire. Much more dire. Maybe I'll postpone my nap to unforeseen future. She's so weird!